Hello, World Civ 107. Welcome to week 2. So I just want to start off by saying that so far I'm seeing great work. And if you're getting full points, even if I'm not saying much, I looked it over and that means good job. You did it. You're doing it. Some of you have had some issues and you're doing the only thing that one can do when you have a problem. Contact me, and then we resolve the problem, and we fix it. So I want to encourage any of you, if you're being shy about questions or problems, please don't be, because that's the only way we resolve something. And I'm happy to say that so far everything has been, from issues to the textbook to being confused about instructions, or it's resolved. Okay. Now, I talked about early in one of my last announcements that I was going to be posting some other stuff this week, and I didn't do that. I just wanted everybody to get focused on trying to figure out this class. So you're going to see this week that we're going over information that I think is really highly relevant. We'll have several moments of this, but the issue of race in politics. Now, I don't have to tell you that no matter what you think about this topic, you're aware that it's a topic right now. So, right? And what I'm wanting you to do is to think about that topic, wherever you're at with it, and realize that we're stumbling into a history or a legacy of dealing with it. And one important place that should be talked about more often is Haiti. And you're going to have an opportunity to really learn about the Haitian Revolution. And the fact that it's not something that we are learning about in high school is what I would say shameful. It was the second successful revolution in this hemisphere. The first for being within the Latin American sphere. And it's the first and maybe really only slave revolt documented in history that was successful. And so we can see how the founding fathers here thought about that. But it was also linked with to the history of the French Revolution, just as the French Revolution has a link to the American Revolution. So this gives you an opportunity to see the United States in a broader context. And this is something that, just to say, because we're not going to talk too much about the American history in this class, because it's World Civ, but we are getting exposed to some important things. And one of my criticisms that I have for the way that many Americans think about American politics is that there's a tendency to look at U.S. history outside the context of the world outside of the United States. So people will say, we're the best or we're the worst. And if you're going to say best or you're going to say the worst, that implies you're comparing it to somewhere else. So what are you comparing it to? And do you even know what you're comparing it to? So, I hear from folks on the far left, on the left and the right, say best and worst. And I'm always just kind of going, all right, well, study world history, and you can just start seeing what people do in this world, and then we learn about some things that we have to resolve in our own country, right? So, anyways, that's all I'm going to say. That's all for now I'll say about that. But I will kind of out myself and say that my daughter is part Haitian and part Filipino. So my ex-wife, her mom's from Haiti and her dad's from the Philippines, and getting some of her mom's perspective on being Haitian definitely also drew me in more to taking an interest in that. topic as well. I've been to the Philippines and I've visited my daughter's family village, but I've not made it to Haiti. So just to say that too. Now, the other topic that is in this section is Ivan the Terrible. Very random. Remember, we're cramming 3 weeks into one, so unfortunately, sometimes not all the topics fit perfectly. Ivan the Terrible, or Ivan Grozny, as he's called in Russia, in Russian. He's a very important figure to understand in Russian history and politics. Stalin, and we'll learn more about Stalin later on in this class as well. Stalin of Russia, the leader of Russia, he actually there was a movie made kind of depicting Ivan the Terrible as a hero, in which Stalin kind of wanted to emulate. And so that's kind of interesting too, right? And actually, like, sometimes you read about these really kind of harsh strongmen in Russian history, and the way that modern living Russian nationalists view these characters can be surprisingly different than the reactions that you would expect as an outsider. Okay, so I just want to throw that out there. Anyhow, I think that's going to be it. Okay, so I also there's a link to reading about Mary Wollstonecraft. She's an important kind of precursor to feminist writing. And I think it's important to get primary text and get exposed to these ideas that are again talked about now, and have many people have many different feelings and opinions about. And she was affected by the French Revolution as well. And as I wrote in the notes, she's also the mother to Mary Shelley, who wrote Frankenstein. So you should know her. And what I don't think I mentioned in there is that her husband or lover, I can't remember if they were married, but Mary Shelley's dad, Godwin, is kind of one of the founders of anarchism as well. But he was like an aristocrat. There's a tradition of that. And that's a whole other topic. So I will end there. I hope you are all having a great week, and we'll be in touch. Contact me again if you need anything.